Eating disorders in teens have just exploded during the pandemic. Experts say their lives have been turned upside down, and now we're starting to see some of the effects of that. One local mother shares with our Sandra Ali what she's doing to educate her daughter about the problem before it's too late.
Shannon Seehafer has 3 children, including 15-year-old Kalayla, who's going to be a sophomore in high school.
During the pandemic, we were still in communication with people, but still not, seeing a lot of people. So I definitely saw anxiety levels go up.
Like many moms of teenagers, Shannon likes to keep an eye on what Kalayla's looking at online.
I'm definitely more aware as my daughter gets older. I just make sure I'm constantly in communication with her about body image. And
Sophomore in high school.
During the pandemic, we were still in communication with people, but still not, seeing a lot of people. So I definitely saw anxiety levels go up.
Like many moms of teenagers, Shannon likes to keep an eye on what Kalayla's looking at online.
I'm definitely
and unhealthy eating habits.
The National Eating Disorders Association helpline had a 40% jump in calls overall since March of 2020. Among those callers, 35% of them were 13 to 17 years old. Experts say the dramatic rise over the past year is concerning. Part of the reason for the spike, they say teens lost their familiar routines, missed out on connections with friends. Add to that, increased anxiety about the pandemic and boredom.
And especially with all of the social media images, I know on TikTok there were several weight loss challenges or calorie deficit challenges. That was really enticing to many people because not only could they control their own intake, but it was ideally going to help them look like some of these influencers, which has been a really dangerous slope for many.
What teens see on their screens is a big factor.
I think even as adults with fully developed brains, it's hard for us sometimes to distinguish reality, what we see online, from filters or Photoshop. And you take a younger adult or a teen or a tween who really doesn't have the ability to know what is real versus what is just been filtered. And it's very dangerous.
The amount of time teens or even tweens spend on social media, which we all know was more than usual during the pandemic, can increase their risk of developing an eating disorder, especially as they start to compare their bodies to what they see online.
Instead of finding a healthy outlet, they turn to social media, and you're not always going to get the best advice.
Kelly's advice for parents with teenagers right now?
I think being really aware of who your children are following on social media. And it doesn't even have to be a policing type thing. It can really just be an honest, open conversation about what kind of images they're seeing, what it affects, how it affects their feelings, what they're watching. And then it's a great time to talk about, hey, how do you feel about your own self-esteem and body image?
Experts also warn, in addition to changes to eating or exercise habits, look for some other signs like sadness or chronic headaches, fatigue. If so, it might be time to have them talk to their pediatrician or even a therapist. Back to you.
Okay, Sandra, thank you.